Hi everyone, it's me again, Gloria. So I'm going to show you today how to put together this cute little treat holder. It has 5 little Hershey Kisses in there. It actually could probably fit 2 more, but they sort of fall around. So yeah, you can actually stuff quite a few in there. You could, yeah, really, you could stick easily 7 in there. Okay, so your gift card would go right in there, and I'm gonna find a gift card so I can show you what it looks like, and we'll just use it from our last video. So this is what it would look like. Your gift card would just go right in there. Okay, so let's get started. Hopefully I have everything in my kit. If I don't, we will improvise as we go along. We'll put this on the side so you know what it is we're making. And let's get started. So I'll give you the dimensions as I go along. I don't write down tutorials anymore, so but I will let you know what the dimensions are. Let's see if we can get this thing out. All right. So this was project number 3 for my ice cream corner bundle class, and the kits were shipped out a couple weeks ago, and the class is supposed to be on tomorrow. So I thought I would do the video a little early because I have to fast tomorrow for a procedure on Monday, and I figured if I'm fasting I might not be in the best of moods. So we're going to do this video a little early. Okay, so our card base, this is in this card base color is Purple Posy, and it is 6 1/4 by 9 3/4, and then we score it at 7, 4 1/2, 3 1/2, 2 1/2, 1 1/2, and 1/2 inch. And then on this side here, we score it at 1 inch and 6 inch. So hopefully that makes sense. And we have to do a little bit of cutting. So just bear with me. So we're gonna start on this side here where the small score line is, and we're just gonna chop off this little piece here, and then we're gonna go do that on the other side as well. And then next we're gonna, you see all these little score lines here, we're gonna cut them just up until that next score line. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, and then we're going to turn it around, and we're going to do it again. Is this lighting okay? Let's see if we can get more lighting over here. I have a ring light, but I don't have it mounted, so sometimes it's not really pointed in the right direction. So then we're going to, again, cut along the score line. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to, let me just sort of decide, yeah, so it's this side here. So if you were to fold everything, it's going to be on the right side that we're going to chop off this end here along the score line. And keep this piece because you'll need at least one of these pieces for your sentiment. And then we're gonna chop off one of those and chop off one of those, and then we're gonna do that on the same thing on the other side. I did one of these at Christmas time using the Mary Moose set, and the dimensions for that was just a little bigger. I kind of like these ones, this dimensioned more, because it was a little closer to the size that we needed. Sorry, we actually need to chop off this side as well. It's been so long since I made this that I sort of forgot. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our stamp. Again, we're using this Sweet Ice Cream stamp set. And this is the stamp, the sprinkle stamp, and this is Blushing Bride, that ink that I'm using. I don't like how that one's creased, so let's... And then we're gonna stamp our Happy Birthday using the Blackberry Bliss. This ink can get really messy, this Blackberry Bliss. Like, it can get on everything. So you have to really be careful with it when you use it. Okay, so I'm going to put that one right about here. And when I was making this, putting together my video kit, I ran out of ribbon. So we're just going to use this blue one. This blue piece, and I think it'll work. Here's my tear tape. I really like using tear tape on ribbon because I just think it makes it so much easier to stick the ribbon down. So wrap that around, wrap this around, and then we're going to bring back our piece here, and this is going to go later right over on this side. But we're not going to go that far ahead yet. So next we're going to put on our strips, our DSP strips. Now I'm using retired DSP, but you can use, the kits will have the DSP that goes with the bundle, the ice cream corner. So you're gonna glue down your DSP. Now the piece that's the second piece, so the piece that I just put down, that second piece, you need to make sure you put extra adhesive on, because you're going to be punching out a window. If you have the punch to punch out the window. If not, you can always use a die to cut out a window, or you can just not have a window at all. So I will show you how I do my window. So what you have to do is you need to fold in this little piece like that, and then you need to punch this second one up. Okay, the first time I ever did this, I went and punched the wrong one, and then I was like, oh, why didn't that work out? So you need to punch it into the second one. So I try to line my punch up to the end of the DSP, and I try to center it based on where I see my DSP. And then when you're doing the second one, then you just sort of follow the outline of where the first one went. So line it up, punch it. Okay. Then our next step, I know I just cut out the window sheet, and I knew my window sheet was a little too long, so I'm gonna just trim it off here. So I'm gonna use tear tape, a piece here, a piece here, and then I'm kind of cheating because I have this really, really thin tear tape that I like to use, and it's like 1/8 of an inch. So then you're going to take the backing off. And then you're going to just put your little window sheet down. So there we go. So now we're going to fold into all our little score lines here. So as you can see, when it's all done, you're going to be able to glue that down like that. So I'm going to just put some score tape along here because we're going to need it for later. Or sorry, this tear tape. Tear tape. Okay. The next step is we will need so in your kits, you probably have a little strip. It might be, I don't know, it could be any color. It doesn't really matter what color it is. So the piece that we stamped, we're going to glue that down, and I'll tell you why. Because we're going to have to use a 1-inch circle punch. And if you don't have a 1-inch circle punch, you can use a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch, or you can just not even punch it. It's not a do or die. It's not going to make a huge difference if you don't have it. So then we're going to take our 1-inch punch, we're going to bring it in halfway, and then we're going to punch it, and that's what gives us that notch. And then if you want, you can punch it through on the other side as well. I sort of left it. I figured that I didn't really need to do that. So then the next step for us to do is we're going to grab a gift card, and you'll need a gift card because you don't want this gift card to go all the way to the end. So you're going to cut it. This is what I call our little stopper. It's going to stop the gift card from going all the way in when you put it in. So that's our little stopper. That's it. Okay. So then we're going to add some tear tape along the bottom here. And then we're also going to add some along here. And now we're going to take the tape off the piece that we had put on before, and we're just going to glue that down. So there's our little box. Next we have our balloon, and I think I for mine here, I cut the balloon too big, so I cut the wrong size balloon. Let's see if we have our punch handy. So we'll just slip this back into the punch. I'm just going to slip this into the punch here, and we'll repunch it. So now we can use that side, or we can use this side. Oops. Of course, it decides not to work on me right now. Oh no, and I just noticed my video might be upside down. Hopefully it's not upside down. Okay, that is not working, so that's okay. We're almost done anyways. So what I did for the string on the balloon is I just sort of drew it in with a marker afterwards. And then remember the piece that I told you had to keep. You're gonna take the, you know what, let's just use, I'm gonna use Blackberry Bliss because it's already has Blackberry Bliss on it. So we're just gonna stamp that on the piece that we cut off our box. We're gonna trim that down. And this is going to be a really fast trim. Because I don't want this video to take forever. I don't want it to be super long in it. Because if you're watching this at home, you can pause it or you can play it again if you need to. Okay. So then we have this, and you can either pop it up or you can glue it down. I think we'll just pop it up just because it's easy to do so. Now, if you want to store this and not use it right away, you don't have to close up the ends. You could just store it flat like this, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take our little sequins here and just pop it on wherever. And then I have two of these ice cream things, and I'm just going to fussy cut them. I probably should have fussy cut these before and just put it in my kit already cut, but I didn't think so far ahead. So we can just put that there. Again, I'm just going to pop a dimensional or two on the back there. And I'll show you how our gift card just sort of, oops, our gift card slips right in there and it'll stop without going all the way through. And then we have the piece that goes on the back. So you can write your message and then, whoops, and then put your other ice cream on the back there as well. So there we go. And you have your little treat holder. Again, you can, if you're just going to store it until you're ready to use it, you don't have to close the flap. So just store it flat with a card, and that's it. If you have any questions, just put it in the comments, and have an awesome day.